Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang with Morsels of a Thought number 1555. 1555. Excuse me. I'd like to say that on April 15th, I would like to switch my time over to 6 o'clock Pacific time. Right now, we are at 5:10 every day at 5:10 Pacific time. I'm going to be switching over to the 6 o'clock time slot so that you guys have a chance to come over and be awake. I have found that this is a really good time to be awake, but look at how I'm always rushing around and being a minute late and, all that. So it'll be more fun, I think. So I will be meeting you 50 minutes later than now. Instead of at 5:10, it will be at 6 o'clock Pacific time. So that means Prince Edward Island, it will be 10 a.m. New York, it'll be 9 a.m. Chicago, it will be 8 a.m. New Mexico, it will be 7 a.m. And in San Francisco, it will be 6 a.m. Hawaii, I'm not sure. Hawaii, I've never been certain whether it was a 3 hour time difference or a 2 hour time difference, but at least 2 hours for certain. I know that. So it'll be still about 6, maybe 5 a.m. there. It would have been maybe 4 a.m. in Alaska. I know that. So everybody says it's Pacific time, but Alaska time is A.T. and then Hawaii, they say Pacific time too, but we are 2 hours apart or 3 hours apart. Anyway, so I am reading from Listen, Learn, Love by Susie Albert Miller. Good morning from the book Susie Albert Miller. She is she has a very wonderful character. And I want to say also, on the lunar calendar, yesterday was the day of celebration for our ancestors. So everybody is going to the cemeteries these days, bringing flowers to our ancestors' graves, and that would be 4/4. Ordinarily, on the lunar calendar, it would be the fourth month of the fourth. No, fourth day of the fourth month. Uh, in which case it usually seems to fall on our Western Mother's Day. So, uh, as an American convention, we've done it on the fourth day of the fourth Gregorian month, Julian month, so April 4th. That's why. So today is April 5th, and it's a Saturday. Saturday, I do a series. We're going to switch it over to Seneca Saturday after we're finished with this book when we're done. And I just wanted to say that at that point, I think I'll be on the 15th. Let's see. We have one more Saturday of 5 o'clock, 5:10 a.m. And then on the 15th, which will be a Tuesday, I want to go to 6 a.m. Okay. So, in the beginning, practicing these skills, listen, learn them, love well. In the beginning, practicing these skills may feel awkward. This is page 120, and uncomfortable. That's okay. In fact, it's normal. They are new and unfamiliar, the skills. It's a bit like putting on a pair of stiff jeans. For the boomer crowd, remember the jeans that stood up on their own before we washed, bleached, and conditioned them to death in the old days before acid and pre-washed jeans? For younger people, these are jeans you line dried and are a bit stiff or tight when you first put them on. Stiff jeans need to be worn and broken in. I remember those. I remember those. I'm actually the first second or third generation X kid, but I'm old enough. I'm an elder Generation X kid, so I'm close to the boomer crowd. The skills of listen, learn, love are the same. Over time, with repeated use and wear, these skills will become more comfortable. Like jeans, they will conform to your personal shape and style or relationships. The more you use them, the more comfortable they become. Well worn, comfy jeans quickly become your go to wardrobe staple. I encourage you to try. Do the work to develop these skills, says Susie Abbott Miller. Practice them as often as you can until they become second nature and are your go to skills for building strong and satisfying relationships. The more you practice these skills, the more comfortable you will become at using them. Now, not only do these folks say this, but other folks also say go to your higher self. So you stay in your higher self, you will have a better relationship with people. You want to say things like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. Well, that's your lower self talking. That's your lower self talking. With practice, says Susie Albert Miller, choosing to listen can become a reflex. Your first instinct will be to listen by pausing and paying attention. So, like, that was an entire paragraph by itself. With practice, choosing to listen can become a reflex. That was its entire own paragraph just now. With practice, choosing to listen can become a reflex. Your first instinct will be to listen by pausing and paying attention. Rather than get defensive, you will clarify and validate in difficult conversations. When it comes to apologizing or addressing issues, you will ask the most important question and be able to prioritize the relationship over being right. It will become second nature to listen for the deeper revelation, like the conch shell reveals the ocean. With practice, choosing to learn them can become a habit. That's also its own paragraph. With practice, choosing to learn them can become a habit. Learn them. With practice, choosing to learn them can become a habit. In both your personal and professional relationships, you will be a detective committed to getting to know them deeply and engaging with them from what you learn. Using tools like the five love languages or the Enneagram, you will develop a deeper understanding of your own and their unique wiring. You will give others room to grow and change, learning and relearning as you put on perspectacles, quote unquote, and set aside assumptions. With practice, choosing to love well can become a guiding principle. By itself, it is a paragraph. With practice, choosing to love well can become a guiding principle. We'll say that one more time. With practice, choosing to love well can become a guiding principle. In your relationships with the people who matter most, family, friends, clients, coworkers, and others, you can choose to act with positive intention when you are aware of what gets in the way. You can choose to engage sacrificially, putting their needs and best outcome above your own momentary gain or comfort. And you can live from your commitments, not from your emotions, especially when it is uncomfortable or difficult. Your heart driven interaction will be dictated by giving and not getting. Practice makes comfortable. That's its own paragraph. Practice makes comfortable. Practice makes comfortable. Whether it's 30 days, 2 weeks, 24 hours, or any time in between, you will see results when you make an effort. Relationships that are tense, distant, distant or frustrating will improve because people respond in a more positive way when they feel heard, seen, and known. It is human nature. And the huge payoff is you will enjoy meaningful conversations, deeper connections, greater trust, and just plain old more fun when you have better relationships. As you practice listen, learn, love, you will become more comfortable using these skills. Your relationships almost can't help but improve because your loved ones, friends, and colleagues will see you investing time and energy in them. And that is a universally meaningful gift. Excuse me. Ugh. Imagine if, okay, imagine if your personal and professional relationships were the most enjoyable and satisfying parts of your life. Imagine if your day was full of conversations that flowed easily and led to greater intimacy with your spouse, a deeper connection with your kids, synergy and productivity with your coworkers. Imagine if you actually looked forward to family reunions because you had dealt with the elephants in the room and now spend time together making memories. Imagine if you are enjoying authentic and meaningful friendships where you felt known and appreciated. If you've imagined life like this, now you have the skills to make it happen. You can begin to create genuine, satisfying, and enjoyable relationships. Listen, learn them, love well. Three simple, elegant, effective skills that can have huge impact. Use them, practice, mess up, and try again. Dare greatly. Practice some more. Reread the book. Review your notes. Try again. Celebrate every victory. Every improvement in your relationships, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Be patient with yourself and others. Jump scared. Don't give up. Practice, practice, practice. And that is its own paragraph, too. Start a listen, learn, love movement in your life and watch your relationships improve. That is also its own paragraph. And then there is a quote by David Rockefeller. Rockefeller. I am convinced that material things can contribute a lot to making one's life pleasant. But basically, if you do not have very good friends and relatives who matter to you, life will be really empty and sad, and material things cease to be important. Mm. I mean, who cares if I have a garlic crusher if I don't have friends to have the garlic with? Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so here is an entire page of practicing, listen, learn, love. It's more than a page, it is this. And once we are finished with this, we'll go into the acknowledgments for the book. Okay. Practicing, listen, learn, love. Number one, how is your relationship with your avatars? As you practice each of these action steps, are you more hopeful? Can you see improvement? Look at some of your notes and make a list of a few personal action steps specific to your relationships. Number two, review the practice exercises at the end of each chapter and do the ones you skipped. Number three, update your sticky notes for each skill and favorite tips. Go back through your dog-eared pages, highlights, and notes. This is stuff, quote, end quote, for your sticky notes. Make 3 or 4 copies of each one, then put them up on your mirror, fridge, TV, and or dashboard to remind you to practice. This may sound silly, but it really does work. In California, we have don't drive distracted. So if you get pulled over, yank off all those sticky notes. They're gonna say, you're reading those, you're not driving. No, no, they're just there to have in the background. This may sound silly, says the author, but it really does work. When you see your listen, learn, love notes or the symbols you are seeking subtlety, if you are seeking subtlety, if symbols, it will jog your memory and remind you to use the skills. So you go L, 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 maybe. I don't know. I have one in my kitchen because look, Hold on a second. Let me show you what the author wrote in my book here. She gave me, when she gave me permission to read this book, she wrote it like this: permission granted to read LLL SAM 3/20/2024. So LLL is the acronym for the book. All right. This may sound silly, but it really does work. When you see your notes, listen, learn, love notes, or the symbols if you are seeking subtlety, it will jog your memory and remind you to use the skills. The author says, I have one in my kitchen and at my desk that says, pause. This helps me remember to slow my brain down. I have another on my bathroom mirror. Don't explain, hyphen, hyphen, listen first. Two hyphens are a dash. So don't explain, dash. Listen first. Since my inner lawyer, quote, end quote, is on retainer, I need this reminder daily. Life is busy, our world is noisy, and our brains are packed. A reminder to listen, learn, love the people in your life could make the difference between actually doing it instead of just wanting to. Number 4, connect with me at Susie at susiemiller.com. And I'd love for you to share at least one story from your journey. Also, author says, would you do me a favor? Email me a question about using these skills in your relationships. It will help me know what additional things to write about in Listen, Learn, Love blog posts, a workbook, or even the next edition. It's important to know you're not in this alone. You don't have to do this relationship stuff alone. I would love to hear about moments of connection, understanding, increased ease of or how practicing and implementing these skills impacted your relationships. And if you feel you need more time, tools, help, or encouragement, there are loads of resources at susiemiller.com. I am here to support and encourage you on your journey. Remember, we're all in this together. I can't wait to connect and hear your stories of how Listen, Learn, Love has made a difference in helping you have better relationships. Possibilities and potential, we just read. Now for the acknowledgments. She puts the acknowledgments at the end. And at the end of a movie, the music soars, the story ends, and the credits roll. This is acknowledgments. While many folks are eager to leave, I always stay till the bitter end. I do too. Actually, Yin Yang stays too, because not only, but I want to be on there someday. I always stay till the bitter end until all the names of all the people who helped make the movie are recognized. I had a cousin who was in a movie. It was part of a film making production, and we waited and waited and waited, and his name was alphabetically last. And when his name showed up, we all went, "Yay!" It surprised ourselves. It was interesting. Okay, author says, with keen interest, I watch as the names scroll by. Main characters, the stars, give way to the supporting actors, and then the team of unknowns, the quote, backbone, end quote, of the movie, without whom it would be incomplete, unfinished, and less amazing. Sitting in the theater as the movie credits roll, I look for the names of the best boy, the gaffer, the key grip, even the second assistant to the coordinator of the second team, thinking they should be recognized. They are someone's son, daughter, friend, sister, brother, dad, or mom. So I stay and I watch, reading as many names as possible as they fly by, pausing in acute awareness that while unknown to most of us, they made essential contributions to the movie. Stay and watch sometime. It is fascinating to see the number of people required for success in any worthwhile venture. Writing a book is similar. If I tried to individually recognize and thank all the people who contributed to my story and the success of my adventure called life, this book would grow to the size of War and Peace. The multitudes of relationships behind the message of this book are impossible to name in these few pages. They are, however, written on my heart, as each of you had a hand in shaping my life and these words. Friends, ministry partners, colleagues, mentors, teachers, fellow sojourners, thank you for sharing a bit of your life with me and for leaving your imprint on mine. I am forever grateful. To all my clients, I am honored you chose to entrust me with your story, hopes, fears, relationships, and struggles. Your courage inspires me. It is my privilege to work with you. Together we grow. There are, however, a few people I must thank personally. David Hancock, founder Morgan James Publishing, thank you for your belief in this book and in me as an author. To Jim, Chris, Margot, and the whole team at Morgan James Publishing, thank you for your support. I'm immensely grateful and looking forward to doing many more books together. Karen Anderson, with an O, associate publisher at Morgan James Publishing, and my strategic book coach, strategicbookcoach.com, one word. Dear friend, thank you for all you have done to make this book happen. Your honesty, humor, and friendship bless me. Your expertise, gift with words, and fingerprints are all over this book. Words can't express my gratitude. Beth and Jeff McCord, thank you for writing the foreword. I have learned a great deal about myself and others from you and yourenneagramcoach.com. Three words, one word. Yourenneagramcoach.com. Thank you for your commitment to equipping people to create better relationships. I am delighted you shared the story about Stephanie and Dustin in your book, Becoming Us. Sissy Hayner, special thanks to my editor, whose expertise saved my readers from run on sentences, awkward paragraphs, grammatical errors, and made my message easier to read. Alita and Mark, Amber and Eric, Debbie and Bill, Julie and Mark, Karen and Steve, Wes, Gamble and Jeff, Sherry and John, Judy and Al, Deva and Ken. I'm so grateful for your friendship, belief, encouragement, and for walking with me on the journey. Thank you. Two small words for a whole lot of gratitude. I am honored to call you friends. Jim, Lindsay, Mike, Eric, Justin, Terry, Michael, Kay, Caye, Monica, business wisdom, encouragement, and friendship, a trifecta, are a rare find these days. I am blessed by each of you. Mona, Christy, Lisa, 5 years of walking together in business and life has been priceless. Your commitment, friendship, wisdom, and prayers are a treasured gift. Julie, we've been through a lot together over the years. What a gift that you get me, quote, end quote. Thanks for being a prayer warrior, speaker of truth, giver of grace, and for teaching me to dream big and expect miracles in the midst of life's challenges. Annie, Matt, Sam, Alex, Madison, family is not only a matter of blood, but of loving and being loved. I'm grateful to call you family and that you are in it with us for the long haul. To my prayer team, gratitude overflows for your willingness to walk with me, covering me and my ministry and work in prayer. I draw joy, comfort, and strength, knowing together we are trusting and believing God will use this little book to bless others and draw them to a deeper relationship with Him. To all the Millers, thank you for being a faith filled family of entrepreneurs who view your business as ministry. After my faith, marrying John was the best thing that ever happened to me. Margie, Steph, Shelley, my siblings, Hathaway Drive, Dad's Lab at GW, Crockett Lane, John's Shop, Presby Hospital, Minnesota Christmases, Games at the Richards, a mosaic of memories. Your loyalty and love make me proud to be an Albert. Dad, I miss you and I can't wait to see you in heaven. There are 4 more paragraphs. Mom, you are the wisest person I know. Your example of grace, resilience, and perseverance has taught me more about life and love than I can ever express. Thank you for speaking words of hope and belief to me, for telling me to mortgage your faith, quote unquote, when mine was failing. What a gift to call you my mom and my friend. Kate, Emily, and Zach. Being your mom is the most rewarding part of my life. You are my why. Each of you, in your own way, has taught me that life is art, which also means you got the mess as well as the beauty, since moms learn as we go. I'm sorry it was and still is hard sometimes. I treasure your grace and patience and the memories of laughter, movies and popcorn, reading dinner conversations, soccer fields, crafts, projects, more conversations, and Surfside Beach. My heart swells with love, awe, and pride watching you grow into wise, giving, and loving adults. Scott with 1T, thank you for loving Kate and becoming part of our family. You and Kate have given us a great gift in our sweet grandson, Grant. Tyler, we are so glad you fell in love with Emily and joined our family. Please keep telling everyone we are perfectly normal. And I'm so grateful for our precious grandson, Grant Parker Peterson. My prayer is that he will grow up in a world of folks seeking better relationships. I am so grateful that his parents, Kate and Scott, listen, learn, and love each other well and are teaching him by example. John, my North Star, best friend, shelter, and champion, you see me, know me, and love me so. I am blessed beyond words, which is saying a lot. Though God has given us much to bear, with you the journey is rich. You are my favorite. Your steadfast faith, servant heart, and unwavering belief are an anchor for our family and keep me sane. I love us. And to my indescribable God, being yours, capital Y, is all that really matters. But I'm thankful for your abundant blessings too, capital Y. I am awed and grateful you redeemed this winsome girl, and I am humbled that you've taken the broken pieces of my story and used them to draw others to you. Most of all, thank you for loving me and delighting in me. Soli Deo Gloria. Only in the name of God. Only in God's glory. Sorry, only in God's glory. Soli Deo Gloria. About the author. So we have got Listen and Love. Have I read this before? Um, Susie Albert Miller, M.A., M.D.I.V., is a speaker, author, and catalyst for growth. This is her photo. Here. Looks great. As a therapist, consultant, and coach for the over 25 years, Susie's passion is to help people to not settle for mediocre personal and professional relationships that keep them from achieving all they were meant to be. Susie helps people reduce stress, communicate effectively, and grow deeper in their faith by creating better italicized relationships through tried and true methods for long lasting results. Even though she holds a master's in counseling and a master's of divinity, Susie credits the School of Life, quote unquote, for her greatest learning. Although her personal life has often read like a Shakespearean tragedy, she's known for her positive outlook on life as a possibilitarian. Nice word. Possibilitarian. As a sought after motivational speaker, Susie weaves stories, humor, and hope in her messages. She has been described as dynamic, creative, engaging, and motivating, an electrical storm and infusion of energy. Besides her work as a personal coach, Susie provides training and consulting to companies and nonprofits, helping both executives and workers create productive team dynamics and better intergenerational relationships. She coaches high performers, equipping them to thrive in the relationships that matter most while not sacrificing their personal relationships for professional success. Susie has been married to John for 37 years and counting. They have 3 adult children and now an adorable grandson who bring them joy, laughter, and lots of love, as well as a few wrinkles. She loves dark chocolate, good books, and deep, lingering conversations. Connect with Susie at Susie at sign SusieMiller.com. Get your free companion guide. While reading, did you think of one or more relationships you wish were better? Download the Listen, Learn, Love Companion Guide today to have a private workbook and journal where you can. ListenLearnLoveBook.com right here. ListenLearnLoveBook.com. And you get to download a companion guide. That's wonderful. Identify specific action steps to strengthen each of your relationships. Dig deeper into each skill and how it impacts your relationships. Print as many copies as you want so you have a place for your thoughts and growth strategies for each relationship. There we are. So, this was a wonderful book that is how to dramatically improve your relationships in 30 days or less. Alrighty, so we are way over time, and I will see you tomorrow at our currently usual time at 5:10 a.m. Okay? Old Kinderhook.